Hey, it's Mike Tangretta, and I'm back again with another episode of the Making of an Entrepreneur Show. I'm so glad you are here. I'm going to discuss with you how personal trainers, you can work 5 hours per day to earn $7,500 per month, plus working as an in-home trainer, or over $90K per year, which many of our personal trainers are doing on a consistent basis. And I'm going to break it down for you and make it super simple so that you can succeed in running your own in-home training business or empire. Okay, so this is strictly for personal trainers who are looking to run in-home personal training businesses. Yes, we can dabble into online training as well, because you're going to have so much free time in the ways that I'm going to show and teach you in today's episode. So I'm super pumped that you're here, super glad that you're here, and I want to get right into it. So basically, when a lot of new personal trainers come to our positions or apply for one of our in-home personal training positions, we basically take them through a questionnaire or an application process. And the first few things that we do is just find out where their bottleneck in their business is, or if they're struggling as a personal trainer, where they are struggling. And more oftentimes than not, it is personal trainers who were just like me at one point in their lives working at a typical gym or studio job, or maybe they're even trying to do a little bit of their own stuff or own personal training on the side, but just having a hard time succeeding. But most often it is trainers that are really just have gone down that gym route and have figured out sooner than later that A, you're going to be working a ton of hours. Okay, most gyms want you there prospecting day and night. B, it's for very little pay, and C, you're actually going to get burnt out pretty quickly. And that's what happened to me. If you don't know my story, go back to some of my previous episodes. I'll explain all about how, being broke, burnt out, almost, losing my girlfriend at the time, and on the verge of collapse, how I transitioned from a gym trainer into growing a lucrative in-home personal training empire. And I want to teach you some of the strategies here today. So number one, the first thing that we do is we just see where personal trainers are in their business right now. So if they are earning maybe $1,000 a week or $700 per week, or maybe they're even earning $2,000 or $3,000 a week, we want to quickly change that mindset and shift the focus into teaching you how you can earn $7,500 per month pretty quickly, pretty easily, doing this route that we're going to teach you. So number one is I want to break down the math for you, okay? So I'm going to get a little nitty gritty here on the math, but it's important for you to understand this, because when you reverse engineer the process, you're going to have way better success, because you're going to have a big target to aim for and a big goal to aim for. And then once you know what the target is, we can put a plan in place to go achieve that target. Make sense? So what we're going to do today is I'm going to set up the target for you. So the target right now, and we're just going to be conservative here, the target's going to be $7,500 per month. Okay, so to break that down, what do we need to earn $7,500 per month? Well, you need, on average, in-home personal training goes for around $75 per session. Now you can charge up to as $90 to $100, which many trainers do, which will quicken the way you get to the $7,500. But let's just say we're going to use a conservative number of $75 per session. So if we break that down at $75 per session times 5 sessions per day, okay, so you're going to work a 5-hour day. So 5 sessions per day times $75 is $375 a day. Now we're going to multiply that for the entire week process. And for the entire week process, it is $1,875 per week is what you would be doing with your personal training business. Okay, so $1,875 on a 5-hour day, only 5 hours per day. Okay, times that or multiply that by 4 weeks in a month, you're going to get $7,500. So great, now we know how to earn $7,500 per month. We need to train 5 hours per day. We'll take our weekends off. And so basically we need 25 sessions in a week. Okay, so let's break that down a little further. So you're at $7,500 per month. Okay, now we're going to multiply that by 12 months in a year, and that's going to give you $90K. Again, you're going to have your weekends off. You're going to have more luxury, more freedom to do things you want. Maybe grow an online business on the side, or maybe do other things that you're really passionate about. Okay, and this is the first target that we set for most personal trainers. Okay, we can get there a lot quicker by raising prices, but right now I'm using a conservative number of $75 per session. So at $75 per session, we're going to reverse engineer again. We need 5 hours per day to hit the $90K per year, okay, based on a 5-hour work week. So how are we going to do that? I know I'm getting a little nitty gritty here on the math with you, but just follow along with me right now. 25 sessions per week, we basically need to find 8 to 10 clients that want to train 3 times per week. If we have 8 clients that are training 3 times per week, that's actually going to give us 24 hours in a week. Okay, but we always know there's cancellations and things like that. So let's just bump it up to 10 clients. So great, so now we have our target of $7,500 per month or $90K per year. And now we need to find 10 clients that are going to train 3 times per week. So you see how we've reverse engineered that, and now we can put a system in place to go out and look for clients that only want to train 3 times per week, clients that are serious, clients that want to get results. Okay, we're not looking for clients that want a program that want to train once per month. If they want to do that, we'll provide them alternative options, maybe online, training options or whatever. But if we're looking for clients that want to train 3 times per week, really we only need to find 8 to 10 clients. And so think of your city right now. Think of where you are located. And maybe you're in a big city, maybe you're in a small city. I grew up in a smaller city, really north of Toronto, and was able to quickly do this and replicate this strategy and bring on more trainers to grow the business. And so if I could do it in a small city, and I know if you're listening to this in one of our bigger cities, then you can definitely do this. You need to find 8 to 10 clients that are going to train 3 times per week. So now I've given you the math, and I've given you the target. So now, how do we get 8 to 10 clients? Well, first of all, you need to believe in yourself. Do you think you can find 8 to 10 clients that want to work with you at 3 times per week? And there's a couple of ways that we can go about looking for 8 to 10 clients. So I'll get into more of the marketing aspect now, because I'm a big believer that you need to market your services 80% of the time. You see, when I was a personal trainer first starting my business, I would do marketing maybe 10, 20% of the time. I would run some newspaper ads, throw up some flyers. But most of the time I was spent right here because it felt good to hide behind this computer and create programs. And it felt good to design, brochures and websites and do all sorts of things behind this computer and hide behind this computer instead of getting out here in front of you, in front of people that are going to maybe resonate with my message. Because listen, I don't care if people don't resonate with my message. That's totally fine. But I want to find the people that do resonate with my message so we can bring them into our world and show them a better training program, show them a better way of living. And so when you market your services 80% of the time, you're going to be able to flourish and grow fairly quickly. So how do you market your services 80% of the time? Well, that's really a loaded question because there's so many ways to market. And everybody thinks, okay, I just got to jump on social media and that's my marketing. I'm done for the day. And while I agree with social media being a pretty good tool, it's not the only tool, right? There's a million ways to find out where your customers are. And so that's the first question you need to ask is, where do my customers hang out? And what demographic do I want to serve? Do I want to serve seniors? Do I want to serve kids? Do I want to serve moms that just went through birth or pregnancy and looking to get back in shape? And so when you narrow down your focus, it's a lot easier to pick the channel that you want to market to. So if you're looking to market to moms, then just pull up a Google search and find out where they are congregating, where they are hanging out, what forums they're on, what websites do they visit, where are they? And that's the way you're going to get into their world. So if they're visiting certain websites or certain forums, you can reach out to a very popular website and say, hey, can I buy some traffic, meaning an ad or a banner or something towards their email list, a promo, that'll help me market my services because they have my customers already. Rather than me cold email directing or cold calling or just putting out some posts on social media with no real direction, a lot harder to grow a business that way. So we teach this strategy to all of our in-home personal trainers, all of our trainers in our network, the Dream 100 strategies and ways that you can get into your dream prospects world And so when you understand the simple principles of marketing, it becomes a lot easier to find your 8 to 10 clients that you need and more. Again, we're using that really conservative number. And so when you think about marketing, remember rule number one, 80% of the time, but number two, where are your prospects congregating? And so one thing that some trainers may say is, well, listen, I don't have a lot of money. I don't want to spend money in advertising. Okay, so if you don't want to spend money in advertising, you've got to get creative. When I first started my business, I didn't have a ton of money to advertise. I didn't even have a website, but yet I bootstrapped my way. I would offer free personal training services. What do I have to offer? Right? I had personal training. I had this knowledge. I can get you in shape. I'd lost a bunch of weight. You know, I did some bodybuilding, so I could help people. And so I was like, hey, does anyone want to do some free training? I'll give you some free training sessions. Can you help me, in exchange, just help me with my website? Or can you help me with my ad? And my first ad that I ran in the newspaper, one of my very first ads, I did by myself, but then one of my personal training clients took a look at it and she said, hey, do you mind if I just tweak this up a little bit? And so she did. And she made this killer ad that crushed it. And of course I gave her free personal training in exchange, but you see I bartered my way to get a better serving ad. And at the time, Papers was one of my marketing strategies. Yeah, I'm old school. Don't do a lot of newspaper advertising right now. I'm not saying it's completely dead, but there's quicker ways to get prospects in my opinion. So I've given you some marketing ideas here. And listen, when you're running a personal training business, no matter what, you want it to be fun. You want it to be something that's enjoyable, something you wake up and enjoy every day doing. Right? Because the most important thing is your clients are going to come to you because they're in need of getting in shape, or maybe they're just suffering through, some type of illness or injury, or maybe they're just going through, a depression of some sort. But you need to just show up, be the best personal trainer that you can be, become a trusted advisor, but also get them results and hold them accountable. And so when you do these small things, you're going to have a business that is lucrative, a business that grows. And so hopefully you found this very, very valuable. It's a quick blueprint on how to get to $7,500 per month, $90K per year, working just 5 hours per day. If you want to grow that number quicker, faster, just raise your prices. We do a lot of that as well. There's programs where you have high ticket offers. I'll do another video explaining high ticket offers in ways that you can grow very, very quickly. But right now, this should give you some momentum, some direction, right? So we need to set our target. We need to set that goal. If you don't have that goal, you're going to be that ship that's wandering the sea without a compass. And that's pointless. So set your compass, set your target, set your goal. And you're going to have a business that thrives, I promise you. If you need help running a personal training business, just drop me a comment below. I'm always here to help. We've helped so many personal trainers grow their business. Super excited that you're here. Thank you for watching and listening to another episode.